What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building, and as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, I'm gonna be bringing y'all the first ever, never before seen slashing, post scoring, playmaker build, y'all, coming at y'all on NBA 2K21 current gen. So with this build, we're actually still gonna be able to shoot. We're getting pro dribble moves. We're actually getting contact dunks at 99 overall. And also, we are going to be able to play some elite defense. So again, if y'all are looking to make this kind of red build, be sure to watch the entire video through. Thank y'all to everybody who decided to click on today's video as well. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the Rich Gang family and any new supporters, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and hit that like button. That helps me out so much. Go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. And last but definitely not least, be sure to turn on post notifications so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Now, let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. So the first thing that y'all want to go ahead and do is be sure that you are picking the exact pie chart that I'm showing y'all. And we're going to go ahead and pick the one right here with the defense as well as the playmaking. I'm telling you, this is going to be the perfect one for this build. When it comes down to it, you're going to be able to get all of those animations that I just named. So let's go ahead and get a little bit further into it. When it comes down to the physical profile, a lot of people like to pick that very first one, and I don't blame them. You're going to be able to get the max possible speed from this build and any build as well. But if you want to go with the most balanced version, I highly recommend picking the pie chart right here when it comes to the physicals. 72 speed, 70 acceleration with a 78 vertical is going to be more than enough. And honestly, when it comes down to it, you're going to be very surprised at what these stats come out to. So now let's go ahead and get into the stats and the breakdown of the making of the build. So first, when it comes down to the finishing, what we're going to go ahead and do is put that close shot to an 83. Then when it comes down to that driving dunk, put that to a 75. When it comes down to that standing dunk, put that to a 77. And then right here, we're going to be able to get 10 finishing badges. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and take off the stats from the driving dunk or the standing dunk and put it into the driving layup. I'm going to leave it as is. Now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. We're going to go ahead and max out every single stat on this, except we're going to go ahead and lower the pass accuracy to a 75 for 19 badges. Now, let's go ahead and get into the defense. As y'all can see, first, I'm going to go ahead and max out my interior, perimeter, lateral quickness, same thing with the steal. And then, when it comes down to that block, we're going to go ahead and put this to an 82. Defensive rebound maxed out at 86. And then for these last stats, we're going to put the rest into the offensive rebound at an 82 for 22 defensive badges. Or you could go ahead and lower it to where you get around 20 to 21 badges and put the rest into the mid-range, three-point shot, or even the free throw, y'all. So as you can see right here, if we put the rest of the attributes into our free throw, we're going to end up with a 77. Max's build out, it will be in the high 80s, or you could go ahead and put it into the 3-point range, but I do not recommend that. Then from here, as you can see, if you want to, you can even put it into the mid-range. So honestly, if you feel like 64 is going to be good enough for you, especially with boost, and then on top of all that, you're going to be running with a teammate that has floor general, something to really consider. If you are looking to use this build in the rec or any other game mode that is going to be a 5-minute quarter game, go ahead and put it into the free throw. If you're looking to run Parkmore or even the neighborhood, go ahead and put it into the mid-range. That is what I'm going to highly recommend for y'all. If you want to go ahead and change it up, feel free to. But let's go ahead and get into the body shape now. When it comes down to my preference, I'm going to go ahead and say right now, Burley is easily going to be the best for this specific build. You definitely want to go ahead and take up the most space that you possibly can. So I see why not. And then when it comes down to the height, we are actually going to go ahead and lower the height on this build. We are going to go from 6'9" down to 6'7", y'all. Not bad at all. When it comes down to these physicals, we get a huge boost. And then on top of all that, we're going to be able to get the pro dribble moves. And we are not finished yet. So when it comes down to the weight, If you want to go ahead and raise it, you definitely can do so. And look right here, we're going to get a 69 strength. It's going to be in the high 70s once you grind this build out and get that gym rat badge as well. So if you want to, you definitely can lower the weight, but I'm telling you, everything that goes into it on the physical side is definitely going to be very overpowered once you get this build maxed out completely. Like I said, there's multiple versions to make out of it, but let's go ahead and get into the very last part. If you want to go ahead and get those contact dunks unlocked at 99 overall. So honestly, that is something that I really like about this build, because if you look at the playmaking, we are also going to be getting pro dribble moves at 99. So 2 different animations unlocked at once. That is what I really like about this build. So this is easily going to be one of the most rare builds that you will see, because of the fact that we are going to be able to do things that certain builds cannot. And on top of all that, we are going to be a rare build. So again, if this is one that y'all like to make, I'm telling you, this is definitely going to be the rare build for you. You're going to be able to get all of the animations unlocked, play elite defense, and on top of all that, depending on what you put the shooting stats at, you're going to be able to use this build in any game mode. So as you can see, we get the glass cleaning takeover, slashing, rim protecting, as well as the playmaking just to break the ankles, y'all. So again, it comes down to what y'all want to do. It really is your option. But if you want to go ahead and be the most overpowered, I would highly recommend picking either glass cleaning or rim protecting takeover. On the offensive side, I would really pick the playmaking just so I could break ankles on this build. I'm going to go with the lockdown though. And as y'all can see, we have made the post playmaker. And I'm telling you, this build at 99 gets even crazier. This is easily going to be one of my favorite builds, because on next gen, I actually run a 2-way post-scoring playmaker, and then just to see a minor resemblance of it on current gen is really something that I like and enjoy. So let's go ahead and take a look at these stats. We're going to be getting a +8 to our physical, so speed is going to be an 87, acceleration 85, and our vertical a 95. Then when it comes down to that strength, this is going to be in the 70s. When it comes down to that close shot, this is going to be a 90. Driving dunk an 85 for those contact dunks. Standing dunk a 90. Then when it comes down to that mid-range shot, this is going to be in the 70s. If you put it into the free throw, this will be in the 80s. Then when it comes down to that pass accuracy, you're going to have an 86. Ball handle is going to be an 80. So we're going to get those pro dribble moves. Post moves will be in the 80s with boost. So you're going to be able to utilize that in your game as well. Then when it comes down to the interior defense with boost, this is going to hit 80s. Perimeter defense with boost is going to hit the 90s. Same thing with the lateral quickness as well as the steal. Then when it comes down to the block, this is easily going to be hitting the 80s with boost. Same exact thing when it comes to the defensive rebound. If you get boost, this will easily touch the 90s, y'all. So let's go ahead and get right into it now. First, the only badge that we're going to go ahead and put on for the shooting is going to be between a couple. Catch and shoot, or you could go with corner specialist. Hot zone hunter is going to be another one, or you could end it off with ice and veins. There's so many different badges that you can go with, but I'm going to go with corner specialist or catch and shoot. Really comes down to what y'all want to do. But now let's go ahead and get into the next category, and that's going to be the playmaking. So first, we got to go ahead and think, what badges are we going to put on this build that are going to help us out most of all? Because starting out, you're not going to be able to get the pro dribble moves. So y'all definitely want to go ahead and put on the most badges that you possibly can that are going to help you out. So for me, I'm going to go with handles for days on Hall of Fame. If you're looking to help out your teammates, really consider floor general or dimer. I'm going to go with floor general over dimer. Then when it comes down to the next badge, I'm going to go with quick first step as well as tight handles. Now you can spread the wealth between bailout as well as unpluckable if you want to go that route. I feel like these are going to be 2 very useful badges that we should all keep on. I'm going to leave it up to y'all, but let's go ahead and get into the finishing now. 10 badges to work with. So the first one that I'm going to go with is definitely going to be contact finisher, just to get those contact animations more. Now when it comes down to these next 2 badges, I'm going to go with showtime just to get my team takeover much quicker, as well as slithery finisher. Now for the last badge, you could go with lob city finisher or relentless finisher. I'm going to leave it up to y'all, but now let's go ahead and get into the very last category, which is going to be the defense. So we got 20 badges that we're going to be able to work with, so a lot of wealth that we're going to be able to use. So first, y'all most definitely have to go ahead and put on Intimidator. From here, if you want to go with a perfect amount of Hall of Fame badges, I would go with Intimidator, Clamps. Definitely want to throw on Defensive Leader. then you could decide between if you want to put on both Rebound Chaser and Rim Protector. I would have to say for me, I would pick Rim Protector, and then from there, I would go ahead and spread the wealth a little bit. A couple of badges that I feel like are definitely going to be slept on Hall of Fame are going to be Interceptor as well as Chase and Artist. Both of these are really good on silver, so if you upgrade them to Hall of Fame, I could only imagine what they will be doing. Like I said, Defensive Leader is another badge that we definitely want to run, but I'm going to go ahead and spread the wealth with the last couple of badges, and that is going to be the final setup we go with: 10, 1, 19, and 20. Thank y'all so much to everybody who made it all the way through and finished the video. Go ahead and comment down RGF if that is one of y'all. So man, I got another video dropping for y'all tomorrow, so y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the Rich Gang family and any new supporters, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and hit that like button. That helps me out so much. Go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. And last but definitely not least, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications so y'all can catch me every day. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.